Yo, what's going on, everybody, man? It's your boy King DV, and I'm with my co-host, Smitty. What's going on, bro?
Man, it's love, man.
For A.J. Brown. Michael Carter the second.
They don't know Jalen Hurts like we know Jalen Hurts.
They was hanging on to Jalen Hurts.
Until next time, man, y'all know what it is.
Yo, what's good, everybody? It's another episode of Inside the Nest. I'm one of the hosts on this show. Go by the name King DV. I'm here with my bro. What's going on, Smitty?
Man, I'm chilling, man. You know, another good Friday, man. You know, I gotta catch up on my power here when we get off, man. I forgot to watch the episode. I ain't stay up till midnight. I ain't gonna lie.
Man,
I'm old, man. Midnight. I be trying to go to sleep.
Facts. Me needing that rest, man. You know, I used to do that. Stay up. Nope, can't stay up that late no more. I fell asleep throughout the damn debate last night. But
I didn't watch the debate. I don't really care.
I watched it for the comedy of it.
But them dudes, them is two goofy dudes, bro. Oh my god. That's all it is comedy for real.
Yeah, that's all I was watching it for. I'm like, yeah, I ain't taking this serious.
Oh man, but you know, it's always Eagles talk, man, here, man. So last night I was just telling you I was on with the guys, and you know, they believe, you know, Kellen Moore is gonna be a detriment to Jalen Hurts. They don't believe he's going to be a suitor for what Jalen Hurts needs. They don't think Jalen Hurts is a bad quarterback, but they don't think Kellen Moore's offensive scheme benefits Jalen Hurts to the utmost of his ability, right? You know, and I was trying to kind of tell him, like, you know, the reason you probably believe that is because of what he's been asked to do and not what he's actually comfortable doing. And I've been saying it, I reiterate it again. I believe a lot of the offensive problems we've had over the years is Jalen Hurts not actually being vocal, not actually speaking up and saying things don't work, actually, you know, making sure that the offense works in his ability as well as the offensive coordinator. Just because somebody's here doesn't necessarily mean the offensive scheme has to be catered 100% to what he's comfortable to or 100% of what Jalen Hurts is comfortable to. Sometimes it's good to prepare to be uncomfortable because you have to do things, you know, not in the wheelhouse all the time. And I was just trying to tell them, like, you know, I think it's going to be a lot easier also because you got like Saquon Barkley. No, listen, I don't care what Eagle fan come in these comments I'm talking about when we left the offseason, the season going into the offseason, nobody could hit that bell and said, man, we're going to get Saquon. Like, nah. And go from Swift to Saquon, you know, I love Swift. He's a native of the crib, but I mean, that with Jalen Hurts, man, Saquon with Jalen Hurts, and people are being like, oh, Saquon is inefficient as a running back. Jalen Hurts brings out the best in things like that. There's no more stacking the box. There's no more bad offensive line play. I think Kellen Moore is going to have fun. What you think, bro?
They're going to talk about Kellen Moore and Saquon Barkley like that because they're Philadelphia Eagles now. That's number one. Number two, I feel like Kellen Moore, all he has to do is, you know, help Jalen Hurts sling the rock through the middle of the field. You know, I think Jalen Hurts got down the field down packed. It was just a lot of frustrations throughout the last season with Jalen Hurts that caused like careless turnovers or just like uncharacteristic turnovers. But with Jalen Hurts' ability to be able to run, he's not like a Dakota Prescott. He's not like that. Whereas though, like, yeah, Dak can move, but since that leg injury, he had to be a pocket passer. You know what I'm saying? So I think Jalen Hurts will be fine. I think Jalen Hurts being able to take the initiative to be more vocal, to be that voice, not only in the huddles but at the line, and even on the sideline, as we talked about before. I think that's going to make this offense move a lot more. When you add in a guy like Saquon Barkley, that's going to make it easier on him. You know, he's not going to just, you know, throw it down the field. He could just throw it to Saquon. Saquon could break out for eight to 10 yards off of one play. He can make guys miss. And then also he can block. So he give Jalen Hurts that extra time for a play to develop. And he's not just scrambling and telling people to come up or to move a certain way. He's not doing those things anymore because Saquon is a threat too. So you got to watch this thing unfold. But I don't think it's all like people forget, right, that Doug Nussmeier is the guy that we should be looking at. Like both of these coordinators and Kellen Moore and Vic Fangio is only as good, regardless of how much how much time and respect that they got around the league. They're only as good as they positional coaches. And with Doug Nussmeier being at the helm with Jalen Hurts, I feel like that they're going to have some type of good chemistry, good relationship. And then Kellen Moore is just going to be like Doug Nussmeier helping Jalen Hurts study for tests, the SAT, and then Kellen Moore is the SAT to unpack everything, and then Jalen Hurts is just going to make it his own offense. So I think that whatever they're talking about, man, I think that it's just you got to wait and see. But I'm confident that Kellen Moore, got a lot of. I would say that he got a lot of things to prove, honestly, because you think about it like this: how they looking at it is that with Kellen Moore, regardless of what he did with Dak Prescott or whatever like that, they didn't get over that hump. And then with the Chargers, we already knew what that was about, but that wasn't really clearly on Kellen Moore because of the situation at hand, players injury, and players injured and all that. So I feel like a lot is riding on Kellen Moore too, because Kellen Moore has to make this offense, especially with a Saquon Barkley being added to an already dynamic offense. This has to click, and if it doesn't click, then they're not going to be looking at him for offensive coordinators or a head coaching job at this point, because it's like, you can't do that with them. You got 1A, 1B, you got arguably a top 10 tight end, you got arguably top 5, top 3 offensive line, and then you got Jalen Hurts.
I believe if our defense step up, Jesus Christ, man, if our defense is just this much of what I think they're gonna be. Not the big overly hype part of what I am about the defense. They just this much of it. Bro. Oh my God, DV. Bruh, we gonna be heavy. I swear.
You went straight to the defense,
bro.
You went straight to the defense. Here's the thing, right?
I heard you talk about the offense. I was like, if the defense could just step up just this much.
I honestly think our defense is going to play a lot quicker. They're going to play a lot quicker than they did last season. I feel like that, Clint Hurt, getting those guys conditioned right and everything like that. I think we're going to play a lot quicker. I feel like that it's going to kind of be hard to stop the rush, because the pass rush, or opposing teams to stop the pass rush, because regardless, you're going to have fresh legs. It's going to be a rotation. That's why when people say that like Bryce Huff has to fill Hassan Reddick's shoes, I said, no, he don't. All he has to do is be Bryce Huff, and all that other stuff come into play when he's asked to, get into coverage and everything like that, because you got Josh Sweat still. Brandon Graham is here for extra year. I don't know how much snaps he's going to get, but a lot is riding on Nolan Smith, and I'm thinking Nolan Smith going to have a breakout season, man. Hopefully he doesn't get injured, but I'm thinking that he's going to have a huge season. Also, Milton Williams, man, we're talking about him getting an extension. I think that that's one of those things that's going to put a chip on his shoulder. Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis are going to show up. But that front seven is going to be everything for that secondary. And then the only thing I'm thinking about the secondary is, like I said before, just the position on who's going to be out there. I put out a tweet and I asked, like, who's going to be CB2, and they said Isaiah Rodgers. They all rooting for Isaiah Rodgers, man. But then I go back to the Quinyon Mitchell comment after he got drafted, and he basically was saying that, yo, you can put me outside, inside, I don't care, man. I'm going to do what the team need me to
But
do.
Isaiah said he's not going inside.
Exactly. He said he's not going inside. He says he's an outside guy. So I would rather have that way. But then what does that mean for Cooper DeJean? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if they're going to rotate the
But we
rooks.
had plans for Coop though. I think he in the rotation. Just don't think they want him to stand in anywhere. That's my personal opinion. I think they just want him in a full just swing. It is what I'm hoping.
Yeah,
I think he need minutes. I think he need minutes. Even though, I was upset with the pick, I think he do need minutes. He do need minutes.
I was watching what was that, the Green something, Chris Long's podcast, and he has he had Slay on, and Slay was like, yeah, the young guys is here, man. That's what I'm here for. We just move aside or whatever like that. Like, it's almost like he's hitting at just retiring. He's hitting at that this is probably going to be his last season, really. Depending on how it goes, but still, I think that he's hitting that retirement, and if he, knock on wood, hopefully he doesn't. And I wouldn't wish this on any Eagles player, even if you suck. Even if he gets hurt, I feel like that, he's just going to be a leader on the sideline for them guys. And I just hope that he don't try to come back and try to mess the chemistry up, because these young guys is hungry. And if he goes down, then I of course I'll put Quinyon on that side, and then I also put Cooper DeJean in the slot. Guys like the Avonte Maddox, even James Bradbury, I feel like that their time is actually up with the Eagles, because they're trying to find places to put them. It's not like a Cooper DeJean situation where, oh, you can play multiple positions. No, I feel like that, it's nothing for them to do. It's like they didn't know that the draft was going to go like that. They didn't know that he was going to drop down like that. And speaking of the draft, man, it's a lot of things. A lot of people are saying that we made the wrong decision in Quinyon Mitchell because he goes to a small college. I don't think that matters. They were saying that Wishicon was there. I don't think that matters at all. I think this kid is hungry. I think that he wants to be here, and one of his idols is basically on the team as well. So I feel like that it's the perfect fit for him. So
I think we made the best decision, man. I do.
I do too. But he, people go on speculate that he's not that good. Because he possibly won't see the field. We don't know how it's going to be, but I want him to see the field, just like I want Isaiah Rodgers to see the field. I want Isaiah Rodgers to play his tail off to the point where he's getting a stitching or something like that, because we already know Slay is halfway out the door. I want that Isaiah Rodgers to show up.
I think Isaiah gonna be on the field, man. I think for sure Isaiah Rodgers is gonna be on the field. Quinyon Mitchell obviously gonna try to get him on the field in the same capacity. Darius Slay. But we got a deadly secondary. You really look at the pieces that's involved. You know what I'm saying? All around, we got some guys that's willing to go. And at this point, can we count Ringo out? I seen some video of Reed Blankenship the other day. I don't really know how I felt about that a little bit, but I seen some video of Reed Blankenship. You got a guy like CJ Gardner Johnson back there. You got some Sidney Brown. You got some guys that want to get on the field. Who's going to be on the field is the biggest question. Like, who's going to be able to get on the field? Because there's a lot of guys trying to get out there.
What's crazy is that there was a report basically saying that the Eagles are not looking to replace Reed Blankenship. I feel like me personally, I think that that's the wrong decision. I'm not saying to replace him. I'm just saying that to replace him as a starter. But I don't think that. Yeah, CJ is a ball hawk, but he also can tackle. I feel like that we need somebody back there in coverage, man. So of course, a lot of people are talking about Justin Simmons. A lot of people also, a couple of people are also talking about the dude for the Bears. That played in Vic Fangio. Yeah, that played in Vic Fangio scheme. So are you cool with Reed Blankenship as the starter next to CJ, or do you think that we need somebody back there that's also a vet? Now, Eddie Jackson, he can actually be that alpha like CJ Gardner-Johnson is on the opposite side. You know, he can help these young kids out, young guys out on that side. You know, that's not a weakness for us anymore. We was almost dead last. We was almost dead last season in the secondary. I need that to strengthen up. But we on like Slay said on that podcast, we only as good as that front seven. That front seven get pressure, our secondary's gonna eat.
I believe I believe the secondary has to be better than it was last year. But with the Reed Blankenship situation, I'm like 50-50 if he gonna be the starter though. Like I just don't
Why
even
though?
know. I told you know I'm high on Sidney Brown, man. You know I believe Sidney Brown can make an adjustment. Like I believe that injury might have slowed the game down enough that he realized his mistakes. It's possible to happen like that. Like he was moving so fast, he's like, oh man, okay, maybe I need to adjust some things.
I seen somewhere that they were saying that Sidney Brown was a bad pick because of he got hurt and all that, and I'm like, that's not on him though. We know the talent that there's a lot of guys that need in higher places that talk football don't know football, regardless if he got hurt. If he got hurt now basically it's a bad pick because he didn't show up on the field as often, But he had one of the best highlights of last season. And then he also was just a ball hawk. He just don't know how to like
Slow
tone it
down.
down. There's so many times that he should have been called for penalties and he wasn't. I was like, thank God. Thank God. Late hits. I'm like, oh man.
Yeah, it's
Um,
crazy.
but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't do Vic Fangio play 3 safety sets a lot.
Sometimes.
I can see him dropping what's it called though. Like if that happens, Sidney Brown on one side, Reed Blankenship on the other, and I see him dropping CJ. I want to drop CJ. I'll drop Sidney Brown. I'll drop Sidney Brown. That would be the smart
Like
move.
I just don't know, man, because I just see like this defense could be so much fire, like right. You could be everywhere. We got so many opportunities, so many pieces. You know what I'm saying? It's like playing chess. You can move people around. I mean, I just don't know. Like I don't know what Justin Simmons does for us at this moment. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, he steps in and he possibly can be the starter, but what does that do for the guys you already got in the building that you want to start? What? What is he talking about?
No. Is that David or is that Darlene?
It's David. It got to be David.
Anyway,
It got to be David.
see if I had it my way, it would be Slay, Mitchell in the slot. It would be Isaiah Rogers, CJ. I would possibly have to put Cooper up there on the opposite side.
Of who? CJ?
Yeah, in the secondary.
I don't put Sydney up there. Who do we lose today? Darlene, you just be coming to say anything, don't you? I mean, David. My bad, David.
One of them.
Whoever it is.
So you
I
said
would, because I want Cooper to just be free, bro. I just feel like him being free is the best option for our secondary, where he can do a little bit of everything. He don't really gotta be solidified to one spot. I would go if I had my way. Slay, Isaiah, Quinyon, Sydney, CJ. Yeah, I think that's it, right? That's 5.
Yeah, that's the secondary. Of course, I have Devin White starting. I mean, I'm all high on giving Nakobe Dean that chance to start. I'm all high on that, and then just have Zach Bond just rotating, just rotating in and out, just to make sure that N'Kobe Dean don't tweak something or anything, or even Devin White. Just have them rotate. So I'm cool on that at linebacker. DE,
Yeah, I see some people say they want Trotter to start. I think
of
that's a hype
course.
train. I don't think he's ready to
Yeah,
be
he
starting, but
come on, man. He not ready. He not ready at all. Um, no, not Trotter. I mean, we will see, man, because I agree with Isaiah Rodgers, man. We will know who's ready to ball when them pads come on. So I'm just waiting for that. I'm waiting for that. So, you might not hear nothing from Ringo again. You might not hear something from these guys, Zach Bond. Christian Ellis was a high commodity last year,
he
and you
played a
see
little
what
bit.
he did.
Played a little bit. He played a
He
little bit.
played, but what play from him do you remember?
I think the drop interception. Dang, that's bad. Ain't it?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
I think that's what it was. I think it was the drop interception. I remember.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. That, it was all this talk about him getting interceptions and tackling and everything in practice. But then he got on the field and, that's what made us get the Nicholas Morrow and the what's you call guy that everybody's saying that we need to bring back. Zach Cunningham.
Chiquita, what's happening?
So I wouldn't bring back Zach Cunningham. I damn sure wouldn't bring back Shaq Leonard because that's two guys that I overheard them saying that we
Woo!
didn't.
Shit. Oh, I
That's
had
what
a
they were
heart
saying.
attack.
Bro,
Oh,
that's what they were saying. They were saying Shaq Leonard or Zach Cunningham need to come back because a lot of people don't. I mean, including myself, I don't trust the linebacker room right now. I feel like that anything is possible. I don't trust it right now.
I'm like iffy with him. I think we do got a lot
Now
of unproven talent in there. A lot of unproven
I
talent.
feel like that if we went Quinyon Mitchell and then Edwin Cooper, then I'm like, oh, we good at linebacker. but we didn't do that. We didn't do
Nah, Cooper at that
that.
shit.
Yeah, we didn't
This
do
is
that.
crazy. We could have had Edge Coop right now.
Yo, I'd have been like, yo,
Linebacker
if we
core.
would
I
have got
wouldn't even be
him,
worried. Wouldn't be
you
worried.
know how bad I wanted him to be on this team, man. I would have copped the all black Edwin Cooper jersey, yo, so fast. But nope, he's on the team we played first week. Crazy, bro. Crazy.
Jeez, man. I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? I had that man all on my list. I was like, yeah. Then we get to the second round, everything falling just perfectly. I'm like, oh man,
Right.
this finna be it. And then Cooper DeJean.
Hey, Jigga, I hope you right so I could so I can feel a little better. Because me personally, I thought that he was the best linebacker coming out. That I was rooting for him all off season, bro.
Man, Edwin Cooper finna put on the show. This rookie season finna go crazy.
Yeah, just not on us. I don't care what you do after that.
He might have a
I do
game
not.
against us. It ain't gonna help.
No, I need that.
Look, he
I
might
need
have a
that.
game. It ain't gonna
I
help.
need that block. I need that
It ain't
block
gonna help.
to I need that block to
Well, he might
get
get
him off.
10 or 11 tackles. It ain't gonna help. It ain't gonna help. Them 10 or 11 tackles gonna be touchdown savers. They ain't gonna help. Last line of defense. They ain't gonna help.
Our guys lift more than him, bro. Like I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna be touchdown savings.
What you mean?
Our guys lift more than him, more than he weighs. So I don't know. They might be running with him.
Nah, but he gonna be touchdown savers. Oh, please. Coming through the hole, he just gonna reach out. Oh, Saquon, no, I can't let. Oh. He gonna get like 2 or 3 tackles on Will Shipley. You know what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they was talking about last night too. Are we confident, with Kenny Gainwell and Will Shipley, and,
What's
and
going on,
Kendall?
Shakita? Will Shipley and Kendall.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm as confident as I'm going to be. We paid Saquon Barkley to be a 3-down back almost. Regardless if we passing or if we just running him, we paid him to do that. So if Will Shipley come in for a play or two, or if he come in second down or third down, depending on where we're at, I'm comfortable with it. I'm
I
comfortable
hate
with it.
that.
I
I
mean,
hate that. Kenny Gainwell is kind of under the spot. I wish it was. I wish it was more earned. I really do. I really do, bro. I know he
well,
gonna get a
see, that's
spot
I
just
think,
because.
but that's the
That's crazy.
downfall of like the coaches that been here. Um, just the loyalty, like no, put the best player out there. This dude hasn't did anything. Kenny. I mean, yeah, playoff Kenny is what they were calling him in 2022, and he didn't have over 100 yards in the playoffs. He had, I don't even think he had over 50. I don't think so. He just had good runs that was like, oh, okay, because Miles Sanders didn't show up, so now it made Kenny look good. And they know Kenny not good because they went and got Swift and what you call him last season. They went and got them to. He is supposed to be projected as to being the number one running back for the Philadelphia Eagles, and he got bumped down to possibly number 3. But then what you call him didn't fit the mold, so he became RB2. It's too much loyalty in his damn organization, and that's the downfall. That's the downfall. No, we ain't win now mode. We can't. We ain't got time to be playing with no damn Kenneth Gainwell. We don't. But it's all about if Will Shipley show him out in his training camp and the dual practice.
Yeah, that
You
is a
can't.
Jalen. Jalen do be doing that a lot.
What?
He don't
What?
use that running back for nothing in the world. He don't.
Because that wasn't the hot route. That wasn't the hot route. That wasn't the route that he was supposed to go with. He was supposed to go with Nick Sirianni or Shane Steichen or uh, Brian Johnson told him to go. He's not going to throw to him. But now stuff changed because the coordinator has the office to himself. So now you know what Kellen Moore is going to do. You already know what type of time he on. So I feel like that Jalen Hurts is just going to get familiar with that. Doug Nussmeier is already in his ear. We've seen in voluntary OTAs and some of minicamp that Jalen Hurts is under center. We didn't see that in the last couple of seasons like that.
Why we don't never get like those shows and things of that nature, Hard Knocks or none of that? We don't never get none of those. That's crazy.
I think I want to.
Huh?
I don't think I want that.
I would want it for one season. I mean, I ain't saying like right now, but like we had a couple seasons where we could have did it. Like the 4-12 season, definitely could have been a nice one. I don't know.
The 4-12 season, yeah. But right now, like we one of the top teams. Regardless of how last year ended, we one of the top teams. I don't think they're going to give it to us. I think the Giants is the
I wish
sure bet.
AJ would have did receiver though.
You said what?
I wish AJ would have did receivers.
Hmm.
I
Yeah, that would be
understood
good.
why Jalen didn't, but I believe AJ could have, you know what I'm saying, went out there and handled business and did the show. He more people friendly anyways, even though he's not friendly, he's more people friendly. He would have did the show and showed up, very energetic. Jalen don't got enough. I don't think Jalen got enough patience for cameras to be around that long.
I think BG, shout out to BG. He basically said something on uh uh Tom Mott and Josh, shout out to them when they interviewed him. He said something that I thought it was interesting. Jalen Hurts don't want to be, well, he said he feels like Jalen Hurts don't want to be that leader that just do it for the cameras. He does a lot behind the scenes. That's why I feel like he's a people person. He's a people person, but he don't want to be like, oh, I'm going to do this because the camera's on me. I don't think that he's that type of guy. And it makes sense. It makes sense, but we need him to be that type of guy.
I
That's
don't
the
need
only
you to do
thing.
it for the camera. Like I don't need you to do it because the camera on, but I need you when the camera on to still be the same guy at all times. Yeah, you doing it behind closed doors. You might do double the work behind closed doors, but just you know what I'm saying. Even when the camera's on, they need you still. You can't be a different guy when the camera's on because you don't want people to see like you're doing it for the camera. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. And that's what I mean. Like, I don't want you to be like, oh, the camera's on. Okay. Like, I know he's not that guy, but why the camera's on? Just be even kill. Like, this is how you talk to them in the locker room, or this is how you talk to them, behind closed doors. Talk to them like that on the field. That's all I need you to do. I don't need you to go the extra mile. Now you out of character. They know how you are behind closed door. We just don't because we don't see it enough. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right. Facts.
I mean, it made sense when BG said it, man. BG was like, you know, jealous being more vocal. Even Lane Johnson spoke about it. That him being more vocal is a good thing, and I feel like and Lane Johnson also said because it was other voices in the locker room, just like I said before. You had a Kelsey, you had a Fletch, you had voices in the locker room. Marlotta was there chirping at one point, and now you got two legends of the Eagles gone. So now you gotta be that voice. People are coming to the team for you. Saquon Barkley was like, "Yo, I get to play with Jalen Hurts, Dallas Goddard, AJ, and Smitty." And people are coming here for you, and following your leadership. And I think that that's something big, and you gotta take that and be like, "Look, I'm the voice now. I'm the voice for this team. It all falls on me because at the end of the day, that's what they're gonna be looking at. They'll be looking at that. They're gonna be looking at your chemistry with Nick Sirianni now because all the offseason BS that they putting out there.
Oh, they brought it up last night too. Was there beef with Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts? If there is, I don't know about it.
It's not any beef, man. I don't think it's any beef, man. It's just frustration. It's frustration because of what happened last season, and then also frustration with the media. I feel like because the media is trying to stir up something and trying to get something up. So even if he answered like, "Oh, he's been great," he's watching what he say. I'm just paraphrasing, but that's something similar to what he said. And then they turned it and was like, "Oh, he wasn't that rah rah guy." And I'm pissed off at Ron Jaworski for saying that. Like, hey, he's not a leader because he didn't say, "Oh, I trusted my coach. I did this and all that." That's not Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is a smooth talker. He's been a smooth talker ever since he came into the league. Even 2022 season, he was smooth that talker on the podium the whole season. Nobody had something to say about his leadership then on the microphone, but now it's something. It's something else to throw at Jalen Hurts. That's why I'm pissed off because soon as training camp starts, it's going to be like, how are you and Nick Sirianni? That's the first question they're going to. They ain't going to ask about like what you've seen out there or
Right.
and they're going to ask him about that. And I'm like, yo, hate that. I hate the drama of Philadelphia media, man. I hate it. It is different kind of leaders, but he's asked to be more vocal, and he's just taking the initiative to be more vocal. And this is the perfect time to do it. We didn't really need him that much in 2022. We needed him in 2023 to be like that. But this year, it's different for him. So he's going to step into that role.
Facts. I mean, there is different type of leaders, right? But if what is true, if what I'm hearing is true, right? You behind scenes doing all the things you should as a leader. I mean, I would prefer me if I was learning from you just to be consistent. I understand you're not trying to put on for everybody or be out there doing. I never asked you to be rah-rah. I don't want you to do that. That's out of your character. That's out your wheelhouse. That's something you're not doing on a regular basis. I'm not asking you to do it. You know what I mean? Jalen Hurts is going to do Jalen Hurts, but at the same time, we just got to be. It just got to be consistency. You know what I'm saying? You know the guys that need it. You know the guys that don't. You know you in the locker room. You in the field with these guys every day. You know who you need to. Hey man, come on man, we got you man, and the guys you don't. You know them.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen them 1,000 times.
Simple. What's going on, Big Simple?
Simp, what's happening?
But speaking of voices in the locker room, man, it was a debacle. It was horrible at the tail end of the season with the defense. Wasn't really no voices, regardless of how many player only meetings that they had without the coaches and everything like that. It wasn't a voice. But now we got CJ back, guys like that. I don't know if Slay is going to take that approach. Slay was in that mix last season, and I don't think that, that C, honestly, I don't think that he deserved that C because he was supposed to be the one that got that secondary together. Not a guy like, what you call him? The guy that we got, what's his name?
Yeah.
Brain fart. But anyway, not him.
Byard.
Yeah, Byard, Kevin Byard. I know it was Kevin something. So he's calling the meetings, but you're the captain. You're the captain. So I feel like that we got some voices, and of course, Devin White has some championship experience, playing for the Tom Brady Buccaneers. Who else? Jordan Davis is taking more of a leadership role. John Sweat should be able to be that voice in the vets. Of course, BG is going to be talking more and just trying to pass the baton. But we just need guys out there. But then we also got guys like Isaiah Rodgers, Quinyon Mitchell, that's just mature enough to know that, hey, this is what it is. And Quinyon Mitchell already know that people are looking down on him because he's coming from a small school. He said, "Yo, I've been against me all my life, so I'm ready to go out and show people wrong, prove people wrong." Basically, that's basically what it is, and that mindset is going to get him far. Just be talented enough, and you'll get far in this league. You already got that starter position mentality. It's just people got to move out your way, Slay.
Is that a shot? Is that a shot?
Yeah, it wasn't a shot. It's just saying, he's getting up there in age, and like I said, he's on his way out, basically. Like he said before, like that wasn't no joke. He was like, he also said that he wasn't the best. He's not the best tackler and all that. We need guys that's going to be able to tackle. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Slade was our best cornerback for years, but now we got some talent that we drafted in the first and second round. We really need to have those guys on the field. Then we got a guy that wants to be a Philadelphia Eagle, wants to prove the league that he still got it. We got to do something. Jigga, I was hoping that you was in here, but yeah, I do. That's my guy though. Slay's my guy, but the type of football we need him to play, he can't play it for a full season. You know what I'm saying? And he knows that. So you just gotta live with it. We gotta live with it. But we know we got talent across the board. We got all these DBs already. Cooper DeJean needs to see the field and roam around. So those spots got to be open for him. So that's what I'm saying. Like when you get the trash berry out of the way. No, I'm saying when you get him out of the way,
I heard
and Avonte Maddox needs to be out of the way. Honestly, the only person that I am iffy about is Tyler Hall because I think that he will be a good depth piece, and that's the only reason why I would keep him, just in case purposes. But overall, man, those older guys, man, their time is about to be up, and we need guys that's going to be willing to tackle in the secondary, man, and that's why I'm happy CJ is back because CJ is going to talk trash every single play, and he's going to talk to his team every single play. He deserves to be a captain this season. He deserves that because that was what was missing out of that secondary last season.
Yeah, it was. It definitely was missing out of that secondary. Look, we always go back to it, but that 49ers game would not have went down like that. There would have been no running down on Bradbury and him being stuck out there by himself if CJ was on this team. That would have not happened. That's no way, no shape, no form, no fashion. It wouldn't happen.
Bro, you don't understand how mad I was because I was there. Remember in Above the Rim?
But when that situation happened, I think we was live, weren't we?
What you talking about?
When they ran down on him, I thought we was live at that time.
Ran down on who?
Bradbury.
Who?
49ers.
The 49ers?
Yeah.
No, I was at the game.
I know you was at the game, but I thought we was.
Oh no,
I thought it was during the. I thought it was during the tailgating time. I could be wrong.
It was. Yeah, that wouldn't happen. That wouldn't happen.
Nah. And if it would have happened, CJ might not have played that game.
He would have played.
Nah, because he probably would have went inside somebody's head. That's what I'm saying. If it would have happened, he would probably went inside somebody's head, bro.
Yeah, I believe that though. I believe that. Barnett.
He was ready to do something.
Barnett to me is just there to do the dirty work. He's just there to do the dirty work.
He's in a good spot now, though. I mean, at least they did extend him.
Yeah.
I do give him that. I do give him that respect. They did extend him.
But yeah, I just think that we just gotta weed out all the older guys. We got younger on defense for a reason.
Right.
You do need guys like that. What's going on, Doomsday? Yeah, you do need guys like that. You need guys that's going to be ready to take somebody's head off for the team. You do.
You do. 100%. I agree with that. I mean, if you don't got those guys, then things happen, man. Things transpire in a manner you might not like.
I also put up a post today. Whoever followed me on Twitter, does Devontae Smith, my guy, become a Pro Bowler this year?
100%. He probably should have been the last 2 years, to be honest. If you want to be real, probably should have been, but things happened to transpire where he wasn't. So I don't know why, but he should have been already. I believe he should have been.
Yes, last season would have been perfect because Justin Jefferson was hurt.
Right.
So that would have been perfect, but he politics as usual. And now, AJ Brown is on the opposite side, so they're gonna be looking at all them factors. I know they are. And that's the sad part. But I don't think he's in it for that anyway. I think he's in it to try to get a ring. He want this team to win. So I think he's in it more for that, not no Pro Bowl. But I'll be excited if he made the Pro Bowl. Even if he don't go,
Definitely.
I'll be excited.
If we do get the opportunity, I'll definitely be there.
He's been consistent, bro. He's been consistent.
Very consistent. It's not aligning of how he's not making it. You know what I mean? It just doesn't make sense. He's been the best guy in that position he's been in for the last 2 or 3 years. I mean, he showed up every Sunday.
Yeah. Every Sunday. I don't think he missed a game last season.
I don't think he did either.
No, he didn't miss a game last season. That's
Weird
crazy.
activity. No, he did miss one.
He did?
He did. Remember, if I'm not mistaken, I thought he did.
No, I remember he got hurt. I remember he got hurt, but he said he was playing that game the following week.
Thought he missed one. He might have didn't, though. I could be wrong.
I remember he got hurt, and we thought that he was going to miss that game, the next game.
He played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, every one of them.
He played that.
Every one of them. Yeah, he missed one. I thought he missed.
That's crazy, bro.
One. I thought, or did he get pulled? No, that was that. I'm thinking about Jalen Carter. I'm thinking about the wrong person in my head. I'm thinking about Jalen Carter. But He didn't even miss. They just cut his thing, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. They set up there, and I think they got Amon St. Brown over him, which is stupid. And Amon St. Brown is no scrub. He a dog, but come on, man. Devontae Smith been consistent, bro.
Him
I don't
doing his
understand
thing.
that. I really don't.
Politics, man. Politics.
Our best route runner. He's our best route runner. You know?
Politics. What's up, Doomsday? Hey man, shout out to all y'all that rocked out with me last night too, man. Inside of enemy territory, man.
Yeah, I was looking on Twitter, and you had like over 130 something people watch.
Oh man, I didn't even know, man. Shout out to them people too, man. Appreciate y'all. You know I'll be paying attention, bro.
No, not on Twitter.
I just shared and keep riding.
Mm-hmm. Just hopeful that some people come over to the YouTube side and subscribe to both channels or subscribe to the channel.
A few subs.
Yeah, well, that's what we do it for. To try to get people to look at us and like, oh, and just hop over to the YouTube side. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I think that this season going to all trickle down to that defense, man. The offense is going to click. They're going to click. I don't know
They should.
if it's going to take.
They should.
I don't know if it's going to take a game or two to be fluid. I know they can do enough for us to win ball games, but I don't know if it's going to take a game or two to be fluid. You know what I'm saying? To the point where it's 2022 again. And we sitting up there like, oh, we turning it on. Hopefully they won't wait until the second half. Or not second half, second quarter. Hopefully they don't wait till that and just, put their foot on the throttle from the start. But that defense has to show up. That was our Achilles heel in that Super Bowl. That was our Achilles heel not Achilles heel. That was our downfall all last season. That defense. And we was trying to give praise to Sean Desai when he was at the helm. And then they was just like, no, we're going to go a different route. And then that boy Slay said, look, man, I'm about to go get surgery after they went a different route.
That was crazy to me. Every time I think about it, I'm like, bro, you really did it like that. That's crazy.
Yo, I swear, if I ever get him on my show, I'm going to ask, like, what was that really about, bro? He ain't going to say it.
You got to wait till he retired to get that. You got to wait till he retired.
Yeah. I'm like, yo, what was that really about? Like, crazy. But yeah, I think that that defense got to show up this year. And I think that the positional coaches is going to get them good boys right, man. I like Christian Parker in the secondary in cornerback room. Like Clint Hurt, of course. I even like that linebacker coach. I even like him.
Yeah. He's a Sirianni guy.
Yeah, I know. But I just hope that all this thing it's just meshed together to the point where, that's why I was leaning like if we had to get a safety, I was leaning more Justin Simmons because Christian Parker did coach him too. Along with Vic Fangio. So that's why I was leaning that way. If we had to pick up somebody. It's crazy that they didn't get picked up, but we so high on these guys that we still need them. It's crazy that, Justin Simmons didn't get picked up. It's crazy. I know his access price is too high, but his access price is too high.
You think that's the only reason?
I feel like that he's the safety version of Hassan Reddick.
He want money where his money isn't at.
Right.
Okay. I can understand that.
That's the only thing I can believe, because if he went down, Howie would have been on the phone, back on the phone, because I believe that he actually reached out to him. But he'd have been back on the phone like, all right, we can make that work. If you were Howie Roseman, what would you give Milton Williams if you extend him?
What's the going rate right now?
For the tackles?
Yeah.
But he was on the bench. I don't know. I don't even know how much he make now. But all I know is 15.
Somewhere in there. Probably somewhere in there. Probably
Even if
somewhere in
he's
there.
not. Okay. Okay. 15.
14, somewhere in there. You know, I say
But you know
bottom
it's not
probably
gonna
like
be
12 to 15-ish, somewhere in there like that.
what how you know it's not gonna be like that though.
What you mean?
Like it's not gonna be 15 per. You know, that last year gonna have the bulk. And then they're gonna restructure. You already know how we work like
You know. Yeah, you know it.
that. It
For
ain't
sure.
gonna be 15 per.
It's gonna look
Now,
good on paper
if he
though.
does, yeah, and if he does that, the guarantee might be higher, but it's not gonna be like that.
Hargrave getting 21.
But Hargrave was different, man, and he was different.
He was. He was. He created a
Oh
problem,
no, Jigga, I
no
understand.
doubt.
I understand, you know. Um, but yeah, I think Milton Williams would be a good fit for the long haul for these rookie contracts of Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis. I don't want to lose that.
Nah, definitely don't. Definitely don't want to lose that. I think Milton Williams, once he gets extended, it'll be it's a good look.
It is. It is. Um, does Josh Sweat start this season?
That's a tricky one.
I know. That's why I asked.
That's a tricky one. It's a possibility that he should, but it's a possibility that he won't though. I think this all gonna play out. I can see him not starting though. I can see Nolan Smith being the starter, if you wanted to be honest.
So, what I would, if that's correct, because I think he won't start either. I think that he would be rotation with BG and Jelix Hunt if he gets in the games. Um, I feel like uh Bryce Huff should be on the side with where Sweat is. And I think that Nolan Smith, him being
Okay.
familiar with Hassan Reddick, I think that he should be on that side. If it goes down like that, if they start. But truth be told, I
I
don't
see where
think
you
it's
coming
gonna go
from.
down like that.
Here you go.
I think Sweat, I think Sweat and Helford go start. If I'm thinking like how Vic Fangio think, I think that's how it's gonna be. But Sweat gotta show up in training camp.
Right?
Because
You're right.
even Slate said on that episode, Chris Long podcast, he even said he was like the Fangio guy. He don't care how much you make, you messing up, you bench. So
Facts.
yeah, he got to show up. So all them guys got to show up. I want to
Every
see
one
how
of them.
true that is. I swear, if any Patriot wide receiver burns Slay needs to be benched. They don't have a Tyreek Hill on a team. I don't want to see it. I don't care how old he is.
He better not get benched. That'd be crazy.
No, it wouldn't
But
be
that'd be
crazy at
wild.
all. It won't be crazy at all because he get to do what he's been doing. He's been talking about the game. So now he can talk game to these young kids like, yo, do this, do this. Quinyon Mitchell would be right on that side. So now he's just schooling him. But the only difference is between him and Quinyon Mitchell tackles. He makes those type of plays.
Right.
I only seen Slay the whole season make one good tackle, and I think that was against the Cowboys.
Since we're talking about Slay, we got some good news today that we did not drop yet. Drop it right here. Week 9 versus the Jags. Week 17 versus the Cowboys. Kelly Green will return to the link, man. How you feeling after you kind of, some of us might have thought it wasn't coming? How you feel knowing that
I'm
it's
about to
coming
say
back?
I already knew. I already knew it was coming. It was coming back, man. Because this is one of those seasons where everything is fast paced. They didn't really have time to change it up. It was just too fast paced because we going to Brazil and everything like that. You gotta, put those things in early. Pause. But yeah, I already knew Kelly Green was going to be here to stay. So now, them Saquon Barkley, Kelly Greens is going to go through the roof. Um, CJ Gardner Johnson, Kelly Greens. I want my boy Isaiah Rodgers to stay here as long as possible. At 34, go look crazy in Kelly Greens. But I'm happy it's still here, man. It gave some light to 2023. We didn't lose with those things on. So, sorry, Cowboys fans. I feel like that, we're going to win that game because we win the Kelly Green. It's all about that game at home, though, that, we got to take care of home. But yeah, I think that it's great for the city. I still got my Kelly Green banner up right here. Uh, Still got the helmet on the opposite side. Um, yeah, it's just good. It's just good for the city. That the Kelly Greens is back, especially with the newcomer Saquon Barkley and other guys. You got the rookies, so it's good for the city.
Yeah, it's definitely a good thing, man. Right now, it's you know, we needed it back. We've been waiting for so long. If you would have had just one season and then took it, it would have just not been okay.
Right?
But the Kelly Greens now being worn at home against the Cowboys, does that change how we feel about that first game now?
No, not if we wear all black. If we were all black, that's a win.
Ooh, I mean, you just confirmed 2 wins then.
I'm thinking we sweeping the Cowboys this year because I think it's going to come like after week 17, that game. The only team that we're not going to sweep is the Giants, and that's only because that's the last game.
Right.
It's going to be tough again. I ain't going to lie. It's going to be a little tough again against the Commanders, unless we get to that rookie quarterback. That pass rush is what got me like, hopefully they can do their thing, but we're going to win both of those games as well. Just like last season. I just hope it's not as close.
I hope
Because
the Commanders games, yeah,
yeah,
horrible.
they averaged
Definitely should have been
30
going on.
plus on us. They averaged 30 plus on us. On a secondary we thought was going to be dominant. Silly of me that we thought that, a secondary where we started out the season with James Bradbury in the slot was going to be dominant.
We were
Stupid.
facetious. We was a little lost. We was a little
We
lost in the
were
sauce.
we were very lost. We were lost. Like Dora without the map. We were lost. Yeah, man, I did see that. I did see Hooker's comment about Micah. That was crazy. That was crazy. It,
Defense word of the season. Tackle.
we always had issue with tackling though, like the last couple seasons, man.
Right.
If that front like Hassan Reddick in 2022, if he wasn't getting home, Sweat was had a good season. All those guys had a great season. Even coming off of ACL, BG had a great season. Fletch, if those guys wasn't getting home, man, like in the back end, we didn't have any tackling like that. People were tackling with their shoulder. People was trying to push people out of bounds. It wasn't really like a wrap up tackle. It wasn't none of that. The best tackle of 2022, honestly, from the back end was CJ Gardner Johnson in the Super Bowl. That was the best tackle. That was the best tackle. Besides that, I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you. Um, but yeah, we just gotta wrap up. We gotta wrap up, man.
Yeah, man. Last year tackling was definitely even in the last game. You watched Bradbury let Palmer go for the gusto in a big moment. You know what I'm saying? So tackling was definitely a downfall last year. I thought we should have did way better in a lot of aspects. Tackling was one of them. Understanding coverage was another. We just didn't play good on all fronts, man. We had a lot of things going on that we could have made better, and it could have been coaching. It could have been execution. This year you'll understand a lot more because you got a guy in Fangio who's no nonsense. He's going to hold you accountable. He's going to make sure the defense is performing to its utmost ability. It's going to be one of those things where you're going to know somebody messed up because Vic Fangio going to be loud. He's going to voice it. You're going to see it on his face. He's not just going to be sitting there like, nah, you're gonna see him coming on. He might walk on the field on you. You never know. He might meet you. He might meet you at the hash marks, like things of that nature. Um, you gonna see, and that's what I do appreciate. With Vic Fangio coming in, we're gonna have the opportunity to see this defense ran to its full potential, but also you're gonna see a guy who's able to hold these guys accountable for their mess ups and their mistakes.
I agree, and I think that like Jigga said, the fundamentals. I think that it's going like the rookies, even the vets. Avante Maddox when he was on the podium. There's a lot of guys that was saying that Vic Fangio is more structured. They didn't have structure last year. You could see it every time we played. Every time we played, we didn't have no structure. It was carelessness. Um, Nobody was in the right spots. Um, so yeah, I think that this defense is going to look totally different. And like I said, we got younger, so it's going to be a lot quicker. And then, like I said, that front, the D tackles basically the conditioning is key. Is key, man, because now you're going to be able, like we've seen the fact that Jordan Davis played the most snaps he played possibly ever in his football career. And they saying that he fell off. They saying that he was a bad pick. They saying all this bad thing, but he played so many snaps. You know what I'm saying? But now, since he's getting in shape and all that, that might not affect him now. And that's the scary part because now he's not tired on certain plays. So now he could get. That's what I'm saying. Like people got to understand the
If
metrics
Jordan
of
Davis become three
football.
downs, it's gonna be a wrap.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, man. And I loved how he was talking. He was just like, "Look, man, I'm still out there, man. Clint Hurt got us out there after practice 20, 30 minutes. We still doing drills. We still doing certain things, to keep our body right. They all eating better, basically. Um, so yeah, I can see Jordan Davis having a monster year. Don't run the ball on that side. That's all I'm saying. Don't run the ball on that side.
I think it's gonna be a lot of one-on-ones this year. What we're gonna be running as the front. There's gonna be a lot of
Mhm,
confusion on other offensive lines who to pick up. I think Jordan Davis is gonna
mhm.
have an opportunity to capitalize on some of those situations and dropping down 25 pounds, being in shape, having a motor in the fourth quarter. Those things are gonna come in handy. Uh, from year one to year two was a grave change. I think year two to year three you're gonna see. I ain't gonna say I don't know if it's gonna be way better, but I think it's gonna be improved. You know what I'm saying? I think last year he started off pretty much on fire. You know what I mean? I think you're just gonna see it consistently roll through the season instead of just we get to week 12 and where's Jordan? Where's Jalen? Where are these guys
Mhm.
at that we seen all year? Um, and I like the what Nolan Smith said about him and Jalen Carter. Like, I'm ready to tap in with my boy, and we can get the busy. Like, I'm ready to run
Mhm.
some stunts on that end with him, and I'm ready to see it, man. I think we in a great predicament, bro. I've been saying it, a long time, but I think we in a great predicament. And you got guys that, yes, we did lose some veterans, we did lose some leadership quality, we did lose some fundamental pieces to the structure of the Eagles, but they left an impression on some other guys who ready to step in those roles, who ready to put those shoes on, tie them up, and run out on that field every Sunday and be held accountable as a leader of this team. And I'm ready to get back. I'm really ready to get back to football, man. I'm ready to see these guys strap the chin strap on, man, and get back out there. I think it's gonna be fun to see.
Yeah, I agree. I think that I'm ready. I'm just ready for training camp to start. Honestly, man, I just want to see where we at certain positions, and then I already know how we going to start doing patchwork. He's going to do patchwork if he sees, and he's going to talk to the coaches and just see where we at with it, and then see if we need help at certain positions. But I'm just ready for training camp, man. I really believe that the guys that we do have, I think they're going to be ready. Fletch was there um, at a mini camp practice. I think he's going to show up at one of the training camps. Just to give some more pointers. He's going to be there whenever he can. Um, of course, Kelsey's going to be there when he's not uh, basically hosting. But he's going to be there. I got that. All right, thank you. But yeah, I think that going forward, I think we're going to need these young guys to start stepping up to be leaders. I think that Jordan Davis is basically a leader. I'm hopeful that Devin White can play good enough to get an extension, at least a 2-year type John. But he could be one of the leaders. Of course, CJ Gardner Johnson could lead that pack as well. Um, Isaiah Rogers, I think he's like 25. He could be a leader. He could be a voice in that locker room as well. Uh, then when BG goes, we gonna need somebody, a vet to actually be in there, and it don't have to be an old vet. It could be somebody that's been in the league multiple years. Sweat could be that. He could. He's gonna take a home field discount. He will. Um, I think that speaking of Sweat, I think that restructure was more on him betting on himself. And that's what guys that you want here, because that he's going to play. He's going to play regardless if he get hurt. I'm not going to wear hopeful that he doesn't, but he's going to play every single down that he's in the ball game. He's not going to take no snaps off. If he's playing like that, and then he made it so that we possibly get other guys, or extend guys. Um, but yeah, I think that just being voices in the locker room, I think we'll be all right. I think we'll be all right.
Yeah, man, we gonna be good. We're gonna definitely be good.
We're gonna be all right. And we still got money to sign other people. Even if it's a 1-year deal type thing, we got money to still do that. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is not with Howie Roseman is never the finished project. It's never the finished project, regardless of who we think we got. It can always, be better. It always could be better. I'm just hopeful that we keep Tyler Hall in that slot as a depth piece. But knowing Vic Fangio, even Christian Parker, I don't know if they're going to try to have one of these rookies start right away.
Okay. Who would you prefer to start?
In the slot,
Yeah.
Quinion, because I'm not down for red shirt in the first round.
Okay.
I'm not down for that. I'm not down for that. Um, yeah, I would want him to start in the slot.
Thank you.
But
I like Quinion in the slot.
yeah, because well, some teams that's where the taller receivers is, and he's a little physical. He's a little physical. I don't want Avonte Maddox in there. He better not start. Like, he better not. I don't want him in there. I only want him at safety. I
Ooh,
don't.
you just want him as depth?
Yeah. I want him to be a locker room voice. You know,
Right.
be that voice that's like, oh, you know, I step on the field when I need to, but the youngest got it. I tell them what I seen on a certain play, next play, mindset. Be that voice. And that's what I need Slay to do. Even if he's on the field, like I need him to be that voice because these youngest going to make certain mistakes. They're going to make mistakes. They're not going to be fluid. And but as the season go on, just how Kansas City that year, 2022, how they defense showed up with the youngest there, I expect for them to show up like that too. By like week 12, we can start seeing like, oh, this is what he is.
Right.
So, I'm just ready for Quinyon Mitchell to prove everybody wrong, man. And I need him on the field to do that.
Exactly. 100%. Like, I think, people looking at him a little crazy because, he was at Toledo. He didn't play against all the top guys. But if you go look at when he had the opportunity to play against those top guys, he showed up. He played football, man. He was the best cornerback on the field when he was out there doing it. So to doubt him when you see a guy like Sauce Gardner come in here, you see a lot of guys every year come from these smaller schools be able to come in and perform. Really what it comes down to is putting effort in every day to get better, learning and taking the advice of these guys that's been here for year in, year out. They've been doing this, going on 10, 12, 13, 14, getting in there. And I think, if these guys that Slay keeps asking to get out here and do some training, if they get out there, you can have some of these young guys catching on a lot faster, being able to learn some new techniques and things of that nature. Because you come from college, obviously you didn't learn everything. You right? You weren't a professional. You was considered, now I think it would be considered semi-pro since NIL. Yeah, so I think that's kind of where we at with it, right?
Yeah, I mean, the small school thing should not be something against a guy like that, and he balled out against the Marvin Harrison Juniors. He balled out against certain guys like that, him and Cooper the G. Um, we can't put that on him. What we can do is he fits this team. I hate, Arnold was there, but I feel like that he's better than Arnold. And he fits this team. I think Arnold, yes, he's talented and he's going to do some things. I know he is, but at the same time, you know, I feel like the Hobby Roseman and them made the right decision. Go Quinyon there. Um, and then, like I said, you don't trade what 50, 53, 161 for a guy like Cooper DeG and not put him on the field. Now I can see him more so as a kick returner or a punt returner. I can see that. I don't think like if we keep Covey, if he's like in the slot, in one of those wide receiver slots, I think that he's just going to do one or the other. I don't think he's going to do both.
Okay. I think they could do both though. I just, with how they changed the rules, just because they don't believe you're gonna get as much contact. But I really believe you're gonna see superstars taking those kick returns. No cap. I really believe it. I really believe you're gonna see guys like Tyreek Hill, guys that you normally don't see back there that are pretty fast, that play starting positions as, receivers or cornerbacks or things of that nature who are fast.
I don't think it's Tyreek Hill. I think out of them two, it'd be Waddle.
He's not the more dynamic returner though. I think Tyreek is.
Mm.
To me personally.
I know one thing I don't want to see on this team ever again. I don't want to see
What?
Devontae Smith. I don't want to see Devontae Smith back there.
You might.
I don't want to. What you
You
mean?
might
Like,
though.
look, you got Cooper DeJean already. Covey is still on the roster. You still got Anaya Smith,
Yeah, but bro, you gotta think. This is
Anita
the only
Smith,
thing I'm
whatever.
thinking about. This new kick return is more of a handoff or a pitch, if you want to say. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It ain't really like how it was before. So I could just see it. Hey, listen, Devontae back there and catch a seam, Cribiolo.
I'm good.
See ya
But
now.
I don't want him on there. I want him on the field when it's 1st and 10 at wherever. I don't want him to be back there, man. All it takes is one good hit, bro.
You right.
I'm good on that. And Skinny Batman is not one of those guys that can take too many of those. Pause. But he's not one of those guys. Um, let the rookie. Well, I wouldn't even let the rookie do it at first. Pause. Because at the same time, we don't need no drops either.
We do not.
And out of Anais and Cooper DeJean, I trust Cooper DeJean more than Anais Smith right now because he's coming off of an injury.
Yeah. Yeah. I can see where you at. I can see where you at.
Smitty blocking on kick returns.
No, now if that happened, oh yeah, I'm gonna be upset. I'm gonna be very upset. Very upset. Hey man, hey, bruh. I know you see me looking at my phone a little bit here. I've been trying to get our Spotify up and running. We start posting our content to Spotify. Inside the Nest is officially posted to Spotify. It'll be available. It looks like sometime here in a little while. We just waiting for it to go through.
Say less. Say less. But yeah. It's a, what did you think about did you hear what Jaw said, Ron Jaworski said about Jalen
About
Hurts?
what? Which part?
About him uh not taking the initiative when he was asked that question and how he answered the question. Basically, he was saying that he
I
wasn't
think he
like,
could have did. I think he could have did better. He was a little like, but what am I supposed to say? My problem is if I am how do I say it? If I am the head coach, right? I'm gonna go with head coach. And I was a part of the offense. Now I'm just not as much involved. What really changed for me? You know what I mean? What really
what
changed
change?
for Sirianni? What has changed in a 3-week period that we did OTAs and mandatory minicamp? What has really changed? You're asking him what he's doing different, but what have we really done for him to do anything different? Now, if this was coming
Yeah,
out of
nothing.
let's say if this question had been asked and we were going into we're going into that stretch from the last preseason game into the regular season, and you didn't know what Nick Sirianni was doing as a head coach, now I have an issue.
Right.
But it's only been what, the 20th, the 21st, 22nd, the 20 something, and then we did the 3 days of mini camp, and that's been it. It's been like 7 days. It was stretched out because it was a break in between. It was like 3 days, then it was a break, then it was like 2 days. But it's only been like 7 total days over amount of like 2 or 3 weeks. What has he really changed about his method? What has he has to learn who he's working with first. They trying to get it together. Maybe he's orchestrating what they got going on. Maybe he want to see how they run they process. You know what I'm saying? He processing what they process. Okay, this how Fangio run the meetings. So if I want to be in his meetings, I need to do it this way. This how Kellen Moore doing his thing. This is how Clint hurt. This is, every section has their own section. You got to figure it out. It's a schedule. Getting on that schedule isn't going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. Like changing your job description, no matter what you change it to, isn't easy. Unless you're going back to something you've done before, it's going to be an adjustment period. It's just like, bro, you work in the banks. You're a teller, and they say, well, DV, we moving you over here. You're gonna start accepting applications, for accounts. Okay, yeah, you've done it before, but now you're doing it as a full-time thing. It's gonna be like, all right, now I got to work on my skills as far as getting the paperwork prepared. Because when you're doing it maybe 1 or 2 a week, it's like, all right, not really that. But when I'm in charge of doing 50 a week, okay, now I gotta work on how fast I fill out the paperwork, in what order I fill out the paperwork, how good my customer service is. Things change about your job, even though it didn't. Maybe they took the money out your hand and put something else there. It just takes an adjustment, and he's in that adjustment period.
I agree that I'm on record saying that him and Jalen Hurts is adjusting to, Kellen Moore, adjusting to Kellen Moore just being able to just take over the whole offense. Doug Nussmeier being that person in Jalen air, and not Nick Sirianni, but Nick Sirianni just tap in from time to time. He's adjusting back to it, I should say, because he did that in 2022 with Shane Steichen, or in half of 2021. But I feel like Nick Sirianni's a likable guy. He's a likable guy. I don't know who that is. I've never seen that person.
Back to the Future. VR.
But he's a likable guy. All the players is actually on his side. Like, hey,
Oh, that's a Brazil guy.
Really?
That's a Brazilian flag. It say BR, but if you look on my page, it's a Brazilian flag. Okay. What's up, bro? Okay. Hey, listen, I ain't gonna lie, DV. I've been getting a lot of views from over there. Like a lot of views from Brazil, man.
Because they're getting a look. They're getting a look. They're getting a look from us. Getting a look from the Eagles and the Packers. So of course they're gonna be watching. Right. I just, speaking of Brazil, man, like I'm a little hesitant, man. Players, man.
I'm a little hesitant. My boy speaking that Spanish. All right, chicka.
Man, Google translated that, man.
Hey, my boy speaking that Spanish.
Google translated that.
Hey, Google, what's good? Back to the Future, man. Hey, man, I was hearing some things about Brazil. I didn't get into it yet. I did hear some things about Brazil, man. If anybody's going out to Brazil, you might want to try to tap in with somebody that know where you're gonna be at, man, so you can be prepared. You want to be prepared, man. You want to be able to do your thing. Back to the Future. I don't know who your team is. Is it possible you're an Eagle fan, my good brother, or are you a Green Bay fan? I heard Green Bay pretty hype out there. So.
Yeah. Which is crazy. Yeah, I don't understand that at all. But
at all. But they hot out there. So I wonder who his team is. Appreciate you for popping out with us, man. You know what I'm saying? We don't get too many people in here for out the country. Well, maybe you in America, but you from Brazil. Maybe.
He said that. He's answering short. So he probably is from Brazil, or in Brazil, I should say. That week 1, man, that's going to throw me off. I ain't going to hold you, because we play Friday, bro. We don't play Sunday. We play Friday. We don't play Thursday. We play Friday. That's going to throw me off. But after we play, now I get to enjoy the first week of football.
Yeah.
First week Sunday. Yeah.
We do get that opportunity.
we do get that opportunity. Until we play the Falcons. You learn from me.
Hey. All right.
You learn from me.
I ain't gonna say it out loud, but you know, yeah, that word. Yeah.
I'm good. I ain't even gonna try to read it. And I got on smart glasses. It could translate to me right now, but I ain't gonna do it.
Oh, then if that's the case, you could have got it then.
Could have, but nah. Because I don't even know if I'm gonna say it right for them to pick it up.
Oh yeah, true.
Are you from America? Yeah, we're in America, man.
Yeah, we in America, man.
Unfortunately, we're in America.
Coming to you live from the States, good brother.
Unfortunately.
All right, hold on. Let me see. I'm trying to figure this out now, bro. It says
What?
I'm gonna see if I can send you the link. See if I can send you the link.
Yo, man, it's this season gonna be wild, man. It's gonna be wild. I smelled that. I I feel like that with the structure. I think that we could go 13-4 at the least. With structure from what we got right now.
Hold on. What he said? Oh, my boy speaking that good Spanish over there. Porquito español.
No, I guess he did it like that.
I said me.
To try to tell me how to say it. I see Forza Pasarias. That's what I see. I said it wrong. I know I did.
Did you click that? Did it work? Did it take you to the actual episode?
Hold up.
I gotta work on how
I
to
don't
do
want
this.
that joint to play.
It wouldn't matter. It's just gonna play the intro.
Yeah. Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did.
Yeah, we can start
No,
posting those.
It said hour. It said hour 57.
That's from last week.
I know. I'm pretty sure because we ain't even there yet.
Yeah, that's the last week episode. So, hey man, we're gonna start posting that, man. We're gonna start putting those out. I'll put those out. We'll be on Spotify every Thursday, man. Every Thursday. If you miss it, the playback. If you need it, it'll be on Spotify every Thursday. Moving forward, we just trying to do some new things, man. Give everybody an opportunity to listen. Everybody can't watch video. Everybody don't want to deal with YouTube, so we'll start putting them out on Twitter, man. If y'all could just
That's a O. And crazy, I got glasses on. That's a O. I thought that was an A. So is Forza sorry OC? Where the R at? Sarios?
I'm
trying.
Yeah.
Whatever.
You getting there, brother?
No, I'm not. What am I saying, Jigga? You know, I'm saying it. I don't even know what I'm saying.
The end. It's just the end. I can speak Spanish a little bit, but I don't like.
I know, but I
want
to know what it means. I want to know what it means, though.
He said it's "Go Birds."
That's what that means?
Yes, "Go Birds" in Portuguese.
Okay.
It's Força Passarios.
Is that right, Jigga?
I think that's it.
Because look, if I say that, I'm gonna be saying that the whole time on live. Like, yeah, sorry, pa, adios.
Let's see if Jigga say I got it right. I don't know, boy.
Yeah,
Hey, let's go. Let's go. Appreciate that, Jigga. Shout out to Jigga, man. Hey, we might end the show like that until Brazil. No, like that. Like
Oh yeah.
Until next time.
And then,
For some Fasarios.
I'm gonna make
Hey,
a shirt.
man.
I'll make a shirt. I must make a shirt that say that. I'm gonna have a
Oh,
bird.
God. Big bird. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, what that mean? Go birds, bro. How y'all find that out, Jigga?
Jigga.
Jigga better not
Jigga,
be
you
setting
still
us
ain't
up
got on
either.
Twitter yet either, dog. Jigga still ain't got on Twitter, bro.
Yeah, man. I don't know what he be doing, man.
Hey, did Ready Red follow you?
Ready, I don't even know, man.
It say Ready Red. You don't know. It says Ready Red.
I know. I'm just saying I don't know because with this channel, I haven't been doing my my live call-ins like I said I was going to do. I haven't been doing it, so that's when he normally pop out. So I don't know.
Yeah, I seen him. I have just ran across it too. I'm like, man, what is this? Oh, this okay. All right, let me check bro out. Then it was there. I was like, all right.
I'm gonna have to check. I'm gonna have to check my studio, see if he followed.
I wanted to make that post real quick. Just put it out there. See if we can get some. We're gonna post another one here in just a few. I'm gonna break it down. Since it's Friday, what you want to put it out tonight, right? Or put it out the Monday? Since I just put out the one from last week.
You put out Monday. Yeah, you can put it out Monday because yeah,
we'll get it right. We got to get it back on path.
Who starts at CB2 for you?
Got to be Isaiah. Got to be Isaiah. I don't think it's any other answer for that. I mean, if it ain't Isaiah, got to be Quenya. I mean, either way.
Damn, that's crazy.
It's Isaiah.
I mean, AJ did pick up Isaiah Rodgers too, because that was the only thing that was holding Kelly Ringo up. Because AJ Brown said something about him, but then Quayon Mitchell also said he was talking trash to AJ Brown, so that was being pointed out too. I was looking at Fourth and John's podcast, and they were basically saying that Quayon Mitchell needs to start at that position over Isaiah Rodgers. And I'm like, I disagree. I disagree. I think that he deserves to be in the slot. He deserves to be in the slot. You got the bigger receivers there, and then also he will go against some tight ends. I think he deserved to be in the slot. Now, if he is in the slot, they're gonna try and attack him.
Facts.
Do you think he's up for the challenge? From what you've seen on tape?
Yeah. Yeah.
Who's up for the challenge more? Quinyon or the Gene in the slot?
Quenya.
Okay.
You just can use them in a multitude of ways that I don't think you can wholeheartedly use Cooper in all the ways you can use in Quenya, but you also got upsides to both. I think with Quenya, though, you get more of the natural corner in the slot. You're gonna get the more you're gonna get the more fundamental corner in the slot. So I think with with Cooper, you get more of the safety movement in the slot. To me, I just think you put Quinyon in there, you won't get as much of the wiggle and the wiggly receivers giving you a little problem.
Yeah. Then they was talking about Hunter Renfrow. Now, I'm okay with the wide receiver 3 room that we got right now. But they were saying that we need somebody else to challenge these guys because they're not sold on them. I like Paris Campbell. Jalen Hurts been training with him because they know that wide receiver 3 position is going to be in this offense. Is going to be pivotal. He's going to have them working, man. And I think Paris Campbell, being a vet, being a Nick Sirianni guy, he's going to vouch for him, of course. I think he's going to be ready. But then we also need somebody like a John Ross, that's going to be able to open up the field. and get other guys open, or if he beats his guy, Jalen Hurts could throw it downfield. You know, but I think it's going to be like that. I think it's going to be a certain rotation. What I don't want is when John Ross is in the game, do not throw that little swing pass to him to the point where that you think he's going to break tackles. Don't do that.
We forgetting about guys, man. It's a hard task to keep up with all these guys with guys showing up and everything of that nature. So it's a lot of guys we got on this team that we gotta account for. So it's gonna be interesting, man. I'm really ready to see that situation play out. How it's gonna play out.
At the receiver position?
I mean, yeah, like you got John Ross, Paris Campbell, Anaya Smith, don't we Johnny Wilson. I mean, you got some guys that's trying to fight for the spot. In my eyes, a couple guys trying to get on the field.
Anaya Smith.
I don't think it's as bad. I don't think it's as bad as cornerback. It ain't that bad.
Yeah, Anaya Smith is going to be on his team regardless. They're going to watch him closely. Because of he's coming off of that injury. But again, it all depends on how they are with pads on. But I don't think he's in that rotation as of yet as a wide receiver 3. If anything, they're going to try to test him out in the Michael Clay room.
Right.
I don't know. I think that he's going to be more so a utility guy. I don't think he's going to be in that wide receiver 3 room unless we really need him.
Who?
Like both for the wide receiver 3. Nia Smith. In that, I don't think so.
I think it depends on how he come out when he first get his opportunity, because he hasn't gotten an opportunity yet. So yes, you've heard a lot of Paris Campbell. Yes, you've heard a lot of you've heard a lot of John Ross, but all of that is also because Anaya Smith hasn't been out there participating. He hasn't gotten the snaps. So I wonder, like just how you was telling me earlier about the linebacker from last year, Ellis. Yeah. He sounded all good until the linebackers that actually wasn't healthy started getting out there performing. He was sounding good when the Kobe Dean was down. You know what I'm saying? It sounded like he was performing well, and then the Kobe Dean got back out there. You didn't hear anymore. So I'm wondering if Anaya Smith comes in and maybe takes the shine from one of the two of the guys.
Doubt it. He's going to look good, but it also depends if John Ross is a backup to one of the outside guys.
Because you got to remember, Anaya Smith is technically the only slot we have.
Anaya Smith?
Yes. Actually, when you look at what position he plays, he's the only
you mean like
traditional
slot?
Yes, only natural slot we have. Yeah.
Yeah.
All the other guys have mostly played out. Paris Campbell outside, John Ross outside, even though those guys haven't really gotten a lot of snaps. Played majority of it outside. So that's why I said Anaya Smith might come in and do some things that they haven't been able to do as a slot receiver. You get what I'm saying?
I mean, we shall see. I mean,
maybe he comes in and he just knows like where the zone is, coming from the slot position to find a zone to sit in, because that's one of his his biggest comp was that he was able to find his way to sit somewhere in the zone to be a big target for the quarterback. Maybe that's something John Ross and, Paris Campbell have been doing the greatest of. Obviously, they're not slots. You might see him run some routes a little bit better than those guys in that slot position. I don't know what he can do, but I believe he's going to come in. I believe he's going to come in and put a fight up for that spot. I think it's Paris Campbell's to lose right now, though, if we're being honest.
And I agree. I think that it is. Like I said, Nick Sirianni, regardless if it's Paris Campbell or Kenneth Gainwell, or because he loves Kenneth Gainwell. There's certain guys that he's going to be like, no, this guy deserves to be on the field. It's going to be like that. So I feel like that Paris Campbell is going to be the starter week 1. That's my thought. I think that they're going to use John Ross accordingly. There's a lot of people that think that certain people going to get cut. I hope Covey don't get cut though,
Right.
because he has an upside. He has an upside to him. He was one of the bright spots of last season. He kept Michael Clay his job. He got him that extension, regardless if you like him or not. Covey did do the thing. But yeah, I think that receiver room is that receiver room is probably kind of questionable
Right.
on the outsides. Because, like, God forbid, if somebody go down, who you got?
We had that problem last year, though. I mean, we kind of had the same conversation last year. Kind of
I
same
don't
type
think
of.
so.
We
I
did
don't
though.
think so because
Outside, we were
No.
like, who comes in if AJ,
Mhm.
Smitty, one of them go down? Me and you had the same conversation about do we trust Quez, Britton Covey,
Mm-mm.
Olamide Zaccheaus? We had that conversation. You was like, well,
So
Olamide probably the only one I would put out there, but I don't know if he's outside
so
guy.
so yeah, but I feel like Julio JJ being older and all that. I think that he would have prevailed. I mean, he did have that one good game. He had 2 touchdowns. But besides that, I think he would have been more. He would have been better if he was like outside depth piece for me. Because he's used to being on that. He's not used to doing things like a slot receiver does.
Right.
Even though back in the Falcons days, you could put him anywhere. He was younger then, and so I feel like that was cool. But then also Olamide Zaccheaus, you could put him anywhere. That's why I said that the Eagles did not use him right last season.
Right.
That's why I was like, I wouldn't be mad if they brought him back.
True.
But he wasn't used right and basically got the short end of the stick. I was like, he's homegrown and all that. He's gonna play for us. It's just that you gotta use him correctly. There's no way that he had a decent season with the Falcons one season and then with us, his best play is when he caught the pass from Jalen Hurts when he told him to come back and get the ball in the touchdown.
Right.
That was his best play.
What about that Tampa play though?
That wasn't better than the play.
Where he caught it right, where Jalen Hurts is running out about to get hit, and he throws it and drops it right over the safety for the TD. I mean, that was a good play too.
You said Tampa?
The first time, not the second time. First Tampa game.
It wasn't better than the one against the Bills, bro. It
I
wasn't.
think the only reason that it's better how it looked. But you got to think about the duress that Jalen Hurts was under for him to lock in, catch that pass over that safety. That wasn't an easy catch either. I mean, yes, the other one looked way better. Toe tap, things of that nature. But like just the fact that Jalen Hurts threw that and he's just right behind, like most people, Quez would have dropped that.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I will say, Olamide Zaccheaus, of course, Julio Jones. Now the ones that we got: Paris Campbell, John Ross, Anea Smith. They all better than Quez Watkins hands wise.
Quez
Hands wise. If Quez had hands like Olamide, I feel like that.
Hey man, I ain't gonna lie. They got a lot of hype for him over there though in Pittsburgh.
That's cool.
They saying we let a jewel go.
A jewel.
They saying we let a jewel go. That's what they said.
No, I heard what you said. Now what I'm saying is a jewel, and
they say
you catch a pass from.
They're gonna say he's gonna be 600 or 700 yard receiver this year, 5 touchdowns.
He ain't got no choice. He ain't got no choice to be that. That's the ceiling for him. He ain't got no choice to be that.
But the one thing I will say, Pittsburgh does develop receivers. I will give them that. I will give them that. They do develop receivers. They do.
They develop receivers that they draft, bro.
But they really don't never bring in outside guys though. If you really look at their track record,
Exactly my point.
they don't really bring
The
in outside.
Martavius,
Most of
the
their
Martavius
good receivers are
Bryants,
good. Yeah,
the Martavius Bryants, the Antonio
they've been in home.
Brown. Yeah, they've been in home. That's what I'm saying.
You're right. You're right.
So Quez
Can't argue with
Watkins,
that.
he don't really have no choice.
Either
He don't have
show up
no
or
choice
you'll
but to
be
try to do that.
homeless.
He would be a Patriot, or.
But they don't got high hopes for Jalen Reagor, but they think he will be on the roster come week 1.
Jalen Reagor is where? Patriots?
Mm-hmm. They re-signed him.
Do they still got what you call him? Aguilar?
No, Aguilar is Ravens.
Yeah, he is. He is.
Yeah, he's going on his 3rd year with the Ravens now. It's interesting, man. It's interesting.
It is. And I feel like, but I do think that Quez is not. He ain't gonna get no 5 touchdowns, bro.
If he do, I'll be upset. Where were you at when we needed you the most?
I wouldn't.
No, I'll be upset because you came here and played around like you know what I'm saying, you was gonna do all this and that, and then you didn't do nothing. You didn't even show up.
Now
make us regret, eat our words and all that last season for you to come out and look like a Rudy Poo.
To his defense.
What you
last season the team this boy really listen.
No, I ain't mad. I'm just saying, what you gonna defend? That man be
to his defense.
Okay.
The numbers
didn't look good.
No, the numbers was skewed because they didn't trust in him anymore. So they didn't throw him the ball. We always make fun when he was like this in the end zone. And Jelly could have just threw it to him. And anybody with hands, it would have been a touchdown. But Jelly didn't trust him. So he threw it to Devontae Smith in double coverage. And we had to settle for a field goal.
That's where we was at though. But he did that. But he did that a couple times, and I'm glad. That's why I'm kind of glad he in Orlando with the young guys right now, building chemistry.
Jalen, yeah.
Because he had some trust issues last year with the young receivers. I ain't gonna lie. It was a few times last year. I ain't gonna say young receivers, but guys that he wasn't 100% comfortable with when they got on the field, you could tell. You could tell because Jalen literally looked over guys that were wide open and threw it to guys he was more comfortable with that he believed was going to make a play.
I think we are one of like the only teams that don't allow our QB1 to throw to like the death pieces.
Is that Jalen though?
No, I'm not saying it's Jalen. I'm saying it's.
No, I'm asking. That's what I'm asking. Is it Jalen? Sometimes it seems like Jalen be like, nah.
I don't think it's that. I think he just don't have that chemistry with them. Whereas though, like I feel
that's
like
why I said I'm kind of glad he is in that moment right now. That's where I was at.
Right. I feel like in that season, what's going on, Lena? I feel like right now, like you see him with like the 6'7" bull. You see him with that rookie. You see him with Paris Campbell. You see him with certain guys that he's talking to because he's trying to build that chemistry with them too, just like he got with his guys already, AJ and Smitty,
right?
Dallas Goedert as well. So I feel like that if he wasn't comfortable, he didn't respect it. He wasn't comfortable with that right guard position when they were trying to figure that out last season. He wasn't comfortable there. That's why I felt like that he was trying to extend the play a lot more. He would try to escape the pocket, whereas though that a play already developed and he missed it. And that's the gift of the curse of a dual threat quarterback, because it's like, oh, I could get us this. You trying to make the play, but all analysts is looking at it as, oh, you missed that guy wide open. But it's like you're not there, behind Kelsey, and everything is caving in, or you feel like the right side is caving in. So now all of a sudden you got to try to go up the middle or go around and try to make a play. That play that we got on our intro, that was a broken down play because that side
Gave it up.
got caved in. Yeah. And that's why the guy was like on Jalen Hurts, and that's why he had to make that type of play.
That really shows you how strong Jalen is, though. He was like, nah, not today.
Yes.
I'm throwing
That's
this
what I'm
pass.
saying.
I'm gonna hold you off
Right.
for just a second. Just hold on, wait.
Right. And you got this guy fighting to be top 10, top 5 on people lists. That's what I'm saying. Like plays like that, the plays that he did down the stretch against the Bills, plays like Super Bowl, all 2022, he was making great plays.
Right.
He got Miles Sanders that couldn't even get over the hump. He got him over 1,000 yards, got him a contract. Let's call it what it is.
He did that. He did that.
And now Jalen Hurts is not there, and he's about to be RB2, 3. That's what I'm saying. Like we gotta start putting respect on Jalen Hurts' name. Not we, but they got to. They have to. That's why I said I feel like that he's third, fourth best quarterback in the league right now. Especially if we don't get rid of that RPO. Man, it's crazy.
I think it's come back in full effect, and I think it's come back with a little bit of play action too. Something we don't do very often.
Play action, and also if he gets comfortable being under center in this offense, bro. That's what I'm saying. The possibilities of this offense, especially with Jalen Hurts being comfortable, throwing across the middle, threading the needle, across the middle, not just beating the linebacker. Like you said, what was that? I think it was on Aftermath. He was Broad Street Aftermath. He was basically saying that he's asked to, lower the safety with his motions, like stuff like that. If he gets comfortable doing that, bro, we talk about him being 1-2 with Patrick Mahomes. I'm near with it.
They got to just start asking him to do those things. Just give him the opportunity to make those plays. I've seen him make those plays consistently when he had the opportunity to.
But I'm gonna play advocate on that. Why do we have to ask him to do that? Why don't he just know?
You got to design the plays, though. If you're not designing the plays for him to make those plays, it's hard to make those plays in freestyle. We've seen him do it, but it's a little harder in freestyle mode.
But that's where he makes his best throws in freestyle mode.
Sometimes when they on one page, when we cooking, everybody on one page, yeah, it look real nice. But when we look like shit and everybody not vibing and everything ain't going well,
you talk about like when we didn't know if it was the AJ route or his throw when he got that interception
against Seattle. Yeah.
Things
of that nature. Like, was it designed to really go for that moment, or was it just a situation of that nature? You know what I'm saying? Where Jalen just threw a bad pass, or was it really designed for let's attempt to get a 1-on-1 out here?
Right. Man. Jalen Hurts is going to prove a lot of people wrong this year, man. How many touchdowns do you got Jalen Hurts throwing for?
I want him in that 30 range at least. I think 30 is the minimum. I'm somewhere between like 30 and 35-ish. I think he'd definitely go over 4,000 yards a season, though.
You don't think he can throw for 40? I
think he can, but I know we got Saquon too. So, and I know also Jalen Hurts is a rusher, so all that is played in part of my head. Like he probably gonna have 10 rushing touchdowns. So I say 35. That's 45 touchdowns. That's a elite season, bro.
Jalen Hurts over or under 10 interceptions this season?
Under. He won't throw double.
Under like 9 or under like 7.
Probably like 7. I'll take 9 though. I mean, he's had 9 before. I'll take 9. I just don't want it to be double digits.
That's a good ratio. That's a good ratio if he's 30 plus in 9. That's a good
Yeah.
ratio.
Yeah, I'm there. That's where I'm at with it.
All-purpose yards. Saquon Barkley. Where you at with it?
Somewhere around like 1650.
Mm,
Probably like 1200 rushing, 450 receiving. Somewhere
okay.
like that.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit more rushing, a little less receiving.
Dallas Goddard. What's his
I got,
stats?
I got him at about. I want him to get 1,000, right? Obviously, I want him to get 1,000, but I got him somewhere between like 850 ish. I'm somewhere like 850.
That'd be
Like
good
850.
too. That'd be good too. Um, I gotta go to defense now. How many interceptions did CJ have 2022 when he was with us?
Ooh, let me see. I think he had 6, 7, something like that.
I'm waiting for you to tell me what he had because that was the question. Like, will he have the same amount this season?
Yeah, he had 6. I thought he had 6.
So he has 6. Would you think that he would have the same amount this season?
8. I got him at 8.
8 this season?
Mm-hmm.
If healthy, he's not going to win it because
Yeah.
we already know how the Lions situation happened. I don't want that to happen to us. Jalen Carter. How many sacks do you think Jalen Carter will have?
10 and a half.
10 and a half?
Yeah.
I can see
Are you
like
way up there? You
8.
got more? He
No,
had
I can
6
see
last year.
8. 10 and a half?
He had 6 last year.
If he had 10, if he gets 10 and a half,
And you got to think he's gonna get more snaps this year too. On top of that,
he definitely is. He definitely
he's gonna
is.
be on the field a lot more than he was last year. That's why I gave him the extra 4 sacks.
Yo, that'd be crazy. If it's anything like the first time we played the Bucks, when he just was like disrupting everything, or even that preseason game when we was looking at him, the league in trouble. And then if Nolan Smith is playing off of him, they definitely in trouble. Like that's what I'm excited about. Like I want the Georgia Dogs to be the Georgia Dogs. That's what I want, and I think that's what Howie is banking on. Um, wow. Who has more interceptions, Cooper DeJean or Quinyon Mitchell? It's about
Probably
damn
Coop.
time, Stu.
Probably Coop.
Yeah,
Probably Coop. Coop gonna be
he's
playing a lot more open field.
he'll play more open field, and I think that Quinyon is more of a PPU type guy. He's a
Yeah.
PPU type guy. Yeah. What else? Who leads the linebackers in sacks this season?
Devin White.
Yeah, because I think he's gonna have the most opportunities to. Does Jelix Hunt get a sack or interception first?
Sack.
Okay.
I think
I'm going
he get a
interception.
sack in the Green Bay game.
I'm going interception.
I think he get a sack in the Green Bay game.
Mm.
And it's gonna be a breakdown sack too. It's gonna be one of those sacks where like Jordan Love got to step up in the pocket and Jalen Hunt just capitalizes on the moment.
No, you good. You good, Stu. I'm just messing with you, bro. I'm messing
Oh yeah,
with
man.
you,
Come on, man. Chill out. Cuz.
Because I got a lot of questions because all I said is more things to talk about than the crap that they putting on Philadelphia media. I got a lot of questions. Paris Campbell, if he starts, yards and touchdowns, your prediction.
650.
650?
Yeah, I got him at like 650. 600.
But you got Saquon for going over 400 passing.
No, I got him. I said it depends. It depends. So I got him between like 300 and 450. Because I know how the offense could play out where he ends up getting more rushing yards than receiving. I got Paris Campbell like 600, man. A nice little 600. I told you I got Jalen. I got Jalen throwing for 4,000, bro. My math gonna be right.
No, I understand that, but my whole thing is you got Smitty, AJ. That's 1,000 a piece, right?
Right. That's
2,000. 1,000 a plus. Right?
We can leave it at. We could do 2,500. Just leave it at 2,500.
Okay. So then you got Dallas Goedert in the Kellen Moore offense.
Okay. 800.
But then you got. Did you say Saquon Barkley between 3 to 450? Right?
300. 650. What that is? Tell me where we at.
I'm lost. You tell me.
Come on now. Tell me where we at. Now
No, I'm lost.
We had like so 31. So 25, 33, 36, 42.
Okay.
That's where we at right now.
So you're saying with him is 42?
Yeah.
I'd love to see it, but I don't think it's going to happen.
That's why I got Jalen. I got Jalen at about 42. You put me on the spot, asking me where to put it, but I got him at about 4,200.
So 4,200 passing.
Yeah, because you got to think Kellen Moore gonna ask him to throw it a lot more than anybody else has.
Right. So 4,200. Let's just say all the numbers is right. How much do Jalen rush for? With Saquon Barkley in the back?
A lot less than he has before. So last year was what? Let me check.
Last year was he in the 7s?
I think it was. I think it drops down to maybe 5 or so. Let me just check. Last year rushing stats. Come on, man. Let me see the rushing stats. No, he had 605. So I think he's down to maybe 455.
That would keep that knee in check that he got injured.
It might even be 400. You know what I mean? It might just be sparingly when needed. Bro, if the offense clicking like I believe it should be, he should be able to have some good moments. You know what I mean? Have some moments where he's able to pop off. So I think that will be definitely a good moment for him.
Week 1 against the Green Bay Packers in Brazil. Which coordinator has the better game?
To be honest, it's probably gonna be Kellen.
Really?
He's been their adversary a little while. You know what I'm saying? He's had some good games against that defense. No matter what Dakota Prescott has done to ruin those games, he has had some good moments as far as a play caller against Green Bay. So I think in that situation, I think he's gonna have the opportunity to really expose what he knows about that team. Fangio, to me, he doesn't really need to have a excellent game in that first game. I think if Clint Hurt has his guys ready, I don't think the defense needs to be 100% intact. I do think Kellen Moore and Jalen Hurts in his offense will have the coup de grace.
See, I'm banking on Vic Fangio having a decent game. Him in that defensive positional coaches, because they do got a Josh Jacobs over there. The wide receivers I'm not really too concerned about, but the running game is what I'm is what I'm concerned about. Because they got.
But is their running game gonna be the same though? Josh Jacobs is not Aaron Jones.
He's not.
And a lot of Aaron Jones is more zone running. I don't think Josh Jacobs is the greatest zone runner, but we're gonna see. But I think I think their running game gonna be a lot different than what we think. Josh Jacobs wasn't that great last year. He was very inefficient with the Raiders last year. That's why they didn't. That's why they didn't break their neck to get him back in the building.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think that just the receivers alone, the cornerbacks that we have, I think that Nick Fangio would have the better game. I think that it would be a lot of expectations against this offense.
True.
I think that the offense will click, but not the way that we expected to that first game. Like I said, and we did the simulations. It's going to be a close game, but we're going to come out with either single digit or like a 10-point win.
My reason I say offense is what I'm looking at right now too, DV. Like we haven't seen Jalen Hurts this locked in this early. We seen him go do it by himself. But I'm saying where he's actually, hey, look, all y'all young guys, we going to Florida. Y'all coming with me. We finna build this. We finna solidify what we got going. If you notice, he didn't bring AJ. He didn't bring Devontae. He didn't bring Dallas. He didn't bring any of the guys he's comfortable putting the ball in their hands. He didn't bring any of them. He brought the guys that he needs to build chemistry with. That's kind of why I'm like the offense is going to be able to have a better game, and it might not be because of Kellen Moore. It might not. It might be Jalen Hurts, just where he's putting himself at right now. He's putting himself in a position to better this offense. He's being a better quarterback. When you get guys that you're not comfortable with out on the field, you start mentally being like, okay, I know what he wants the ball at. I know I can get him the ball. I trust him. We've been working together. And it's probably Jalen Hurts is so strategic, he probably didn't invite them guys on purpose.
That's a fact.
Hey, Devontae, no disrespect, but I need to get with these young guys, man. I know where our chemistry at. When we get on the field, I already know where y'all at. I know where to put the rock at. I need to learn these dudes, man.
See, I think differently though, because I think that here go the camera thing again. I think for the camera, he's working out with certain guys on camera. I think him, AJ, him, and Devontae got that much of a relationship that he could work out with those guys. Like we don't see them working out together. He could call them.
Right.
If I say, yo, like we were in the same state right now, I could say, yo, Smitty, look, we gonna try to get some footage of practice. Here in Philly, we gonna park up and across the street at the lakes, and then we're gonna walk up and then try to get our cameras for some shots. You there? But everybody else don't know that we're doing that. Everybody else don't know that we're doing that. Whereas though that, like I said, if it's your homeboy, somebody that you know, hey, AJ, what you doing, bro? I was thinking about hitting such and such field and getting some workout in. You want to come so I can, work out with me? There ain't gonna be no cameras or anything.
Right.
But since he was at UCF, no, was that UCF?
UCF, yeah.
Yeah. Since he was there and he had Johnny and he had I think he was Paris Cable there. He had
Paris
certain
Campbell,
guys there. Yeah.
he
He had
had
certain guys there.
Yeah, he had some guys there. Yeah.
He had certain guys there that he's not used to throwing to. And that's what I commend Jalen Hurts on, that, hey, I'm trying to get better. But besides all that, that's not what media want to talk about. He's throwing to guys that he's not used to throwing to, because the Kellen Moore offense is not just wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2. He got chemistry with Dallas Goedert too. But he's going to be asked to throw that passes Dallas Goedert a lot more than last season, and even the season before. I think that's what it is. but Jalen Hurts is going to be locked in from training camp. He's going to be locked in. I doubt if we keep hearing him get interceptions, stuff like that, like he did in OTAs and minicamp.
I think they overblowed the interceptions, though. I really do. I think it was less than
Oh
what
no,
he actually
I
was.
seen your tweet. I seen your tweet when you was calling what you call him out. I think it was Jeff Kerr.
Oh
You was
yeah,
calling
definitely.
him out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I get it. You know, I feel like that, you know, they try to skew it because they also try to big up Kenny Pickett, which was crazy because we all know Kenny Pickett is not better than no damn Jalen Hurts. But
I heard that was his manager that put out that report.
I believe it. To make his
That's
guy
what I
look
heard.
better. He wants his guy to be in the position.
He want to
Now,
start
I
an
will say,
uproar, not even a position, start an uproar where people are asking why Kenny Pickett isn't on the field type deal. That's what I think he tried to do.
because Jalen Hurts is the QB1. Now, if you want to be on the field, you needed to sign with the Broncos.
Sign with
Because
somebody.
he's better than Zach Wilson. He's better than the other guy. He should have just signed with the Broncos. But look, I don't think he's going to ever see the field unless we blowing somebody out in the fourth quarter. He's just throwing the ball and he's just handing off the ball. We're not going to ask him to throw, you know, make in-game plays like he's trying to win the game. No. You know.
Right.
Jalen Hurts is going to be so locked in, man. Look, man. Jalen Hurts is, of course, again, going to be an MVP candidate. I'm booking it. He's going to be an MVP candidate. I don't know if he's going to win because there's a lot piled up on him, but it's not a lot piled up on Josh Allen coming up short every single year. There's not a lot piled up on Joe Burrow. You know, of course, he was hurt last season, but it's not a lot piled up on him. But it's a lot piled up on Jalen Hurts to the point where not only he's fighting the Philadelphia media, he's fighting everybody.
Facts.
And it's not like
Uphill
he
battle like that.
it's an uphill battle, yeah, because even when he does great, it's like do more. But Joe Burrow or Trevor Lawrence or a quarterback for the Chargers, either one of those guys, it's like, or Josh Allen. Josh Allen had so many interceptions that got overlooked. Jalen Hurts has a lot of interception one year.
Overlooked,
like, oh,
or they just wasn't concerned with him because it's Josh Allen.
it's the same thing.
Nah, overlooked is like, to me, when I say overlooked, I'm like, receiver tipped it. Maybe he didn't have anybody open. It was third down. He threw. You know how they make up excuses. Oh, it was a third. It was basically a punt. You know, when you overlook him that way, instead of being like, oh, Josh Allen does that because he trusts his arm. He's willing to make any pass. That's why I say it's different, DV. You get what I'm saying? Like overlooking for me is like how they did Dak when they were like, oh, well, Dak had a bunch of tip passes.
I was just about to say that.
It was still blaming Dak, but it was like, it wasn't really his fault. But they weren't like, oh, Dak
the receiver didn't run the right route.
He's making plays.
Yeah.
They didn't give Dak the praise that they give Josh Allen. They literally be like, oh, Josh was trying to make a play and the receiver gave up on it. No, he threw a bad pass. He was intercepted. It just happened. Oh, Josh Allen was dynamic here. You know, if the receiver makes a better play on the ball, like, no. Let's not overlook that he just made a bad play.
He made a bad play
because Josh Allen is a gunslinger or he has the Brett Favre mentality. No, he just made a bad play.
Why is it? Here's a question for you, because we was doing on Birds of Broad Street this past Monday. The question for you is, going to standards from what you said and also what everybody thinks too. Joe Burrow beat Patrick Mahomes.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Allen didn't. Why is he considered better than Josh Allen?
I think Joe Burrow's better. I think Joe Burrow's problem is injury. He's missed what 2 seasons basically,
Because they
two
don't
and
they
a
don't have
half.
they don't have certain
He came in the
the
same
national
draft as Jalen Hurts, and I think he's played like 16 or 17 less games.
who
Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow. Yeah.
He's missed a whole season compared to Jalen. And that's
So do
with
you
Jalen.
think
And that's with Jalen missing the 4 games in his first season, only playing 4 games in his first season.
do you think if if it was switched and Joe Burrow was in the NFC, Jalen Hurts was in the AFC. I don't know what team. Because like I said, Joe Burrow has the opportunity to go against the Patrick Mahomes.
Right.
Do you think it would be different? Or do you
No,
think it would be
no. They don't give Lamar any more up, and he's in the AFC.
yeah?
They still give him the same criticism they give Jalen Hurts in the NFC. He's in the AFC, so kind of the same predicament. I think the only way Jalen Hurts changes the narrative behind his name, you got to put up a 4,000-yard passing season, and you probably have to put up 30 plus touchdowns. It's the only way to change the narrative that you're actually able to pass the ball. Because I mean, when you look at it, a lot of the scrambling quarterbacks aren't able to put up those numbers because they're so busy trying to scramble. You haven't seen many scrambling quarterbacks outside of probably Michael Vick really put up 4,000-yard passing seasons and things of that nature. You've seen Lamar Jackson put up 35 plus touchdowns passing before. He still didn't get he still wasn't able to eclipse 4,000 yards. So, Jalen Hurts is going to have to do what most rushing quarterbacks don't do, dual threat quarterbacks don't do, and that's put up the yards. And just that's the only way to quiet him, bro. It's going to be the work.
Jalen Hurts, does he survive in the West Coast offense?
Yeah, definitely. He can survive for sure. He make all the passes that any of those quarterbacks can make. It's been said. It's no pass I've seen any of those quarterbacks make, maybe other than Patrick Mahomes, that Jalen Hurts can't make.
Yeah, I don't think Jalen Hurts is going to throw a sidearm
Or
pass.
falling to the ground or any of those things. I don't think he's throwing it with his opposite hand and none of that.
Falling to the ground, stiff arm in one hand, and all that.
But I'm talking about, he was laid sideways and threw a dot. You remember that? Patrick Mahomes
I remember
sideways.
that.
And then he did it again with the opposite hand. So I mean, I don't think Jalen doing all that. But that's just because Jalen is old school. Jalen believe we're gonna get it done the old school way. I ain't trying to do it the fancy way. I'm not trying to be a magician or I ain't trying to make it magical. Completed pass is the same completed pass no matter how you do it. The only thing difference is you get a highlight tape.
I just don't know how people that's playing against this guy, Jalen Hurts, is giving him high praise like a Chris Jones, the year where they had Jalen Hurts the third best player in the league.
Oh, you know what they said.
They giving him high praise.
Professionalism. Or they were just being good sportsmen.
No.
I didn't.
They outplayed.
Listen. Hold on, DV. I told somebody this. I went back and watched the post game of the Bears when they went to the Super Bowl. I ain't hear nobody giving Rex Grossman no praise as sportsmanship.
Right.
Where's the sportsmanship for the quarterbacks that didn't play well? I didn't hear any of those sportsmanship things. Went back and looked at the interviews of quarterbacks that didn't play up to the standard. When I went back and seen quarterbacks that probably shouldn't have made it, I don't hear anything about them saying, "Oh, that dude played well. Dude's he gonna be a problem." But then they said about Brock Purdy too. Brock Purdy played pretty well in that game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not knocking Brock Purdy to make Jalen Hurts look better. They both played well in the Super Bowl game. They both got an L too. So at the end of the day, I mean, it don't really matter.
But Brock Purdy didn't put up those type of numbers.
Nah, but one thing Brock Purdy played decent, but he definitely didn't do what Jalen did. Definitely did.
No.
I
mean, he couldn't because also they were counting him running.
Right.
and making plays with his legs. So he couldn't. Um, but Jalen Hurts he's a different type of animal, man. Like, and the fact that people don't have him up there, it's crazy. It's crazy, bro.
Right.
Crazy.
Yeah, I'm just, I think the narrative will be deaded if Jalen Hurts could do the things I said today. You know what I'm saying? Just put up the yards, put up the completion percentage. Don't like, yeah, I want to see you throw 4,000 yards, Jalen, but I don't want to see you do it at a 60% clip, way down below what you usually do, 50, 55, 59%. You've been a high 60% completion rate quarterback. I want to keep that going. I just want to see Jalen Hurts show up, man. I think the biggest key for him this year is gonna be being efficient, being able to keep the ball out of harm's way, and being able to understand his offense and have trust. I mean, obviously, Shane Steichen gained your trust over a period of time. I think you're gonna have the same trust in Kellen and these guys around you, man. We built this team for it to be perfect for you. You know what I'm saying? You're the biggest attribute. You're the face. They coming to see Jalen Hurts play, whether it is for him to win or lose. On the all the promotion flyers and things of that nature, Jalen Hurts is gonna be the biggest face on the screen. So uh Jalen's just gonna have to come work, man. And we see it right now. Since the season ended, that's all you know. Jalen Hurts working. And I love to see it, man. I love to see it. I think that is gonna be more valuable to him in the long run than a guy that just got all the talent and go out there and just do it day to day. He putting in the work, he's learning, like you said, he's mastering his weaknesses. Like when you're doing that, it's hard to go against a guy like that.
The scariest part about Jalen Hurts is he got to the top. Of course, it came into an L, but he got to the top without any structure. The other scariest part is that he knows that he got there and he could have played better, regardless of how great of a game that he had. Of course, it goes to the Kobe quote when people was like, "Why you not excited?" He said, "Job finished." I feel like that Jalen Hurts has that same mentality. And then also, Jalen Hurts is still a sponge. Like a lot of quarterbacks just be settled in what they do, but he's still a sponge in this game. And that's the scary part. I feel like that with the Kellen Moore, Nussmeier situation that he's in now. I think that, like he said, he's trying to make it his own. Um, and like I said, he's being more in tune with the guys that's going to be a part of the offense to open it up more. That means that he's going to be, tricking the linebackers, tricking the safeties. So these guys and wide receiver three and the tight end can get open and make a play, and not just the
Facts.
same plays that we've been doing with Dallas Goddard and everything like that, to the point where he could get injured off a stiff arm.
Facts. Facts. This season need to hurry up. This is slow, my God. And we just about to get to July.
You
We
about to
still
get to
got two
July?
months. Still got 2 months.
Oh, I know we got 2 months, but at least the end of July, we talking about preseason.
Yeah, we will get to these preseason games soon.
We talk about preseason and training camp. Talking
Yeah.
about those things.
Oh man. I mean, we
Did
at the
you did
two
you get
hours
a
and 20. Huh? Go ahead.
real quick? Did you get a open practice ticket?
No, I didn't get one.
Mm. You're not gonna be able to catch the flight, are
I'm I did find a flight for the price. Only problem is the turnaround because of the day of the week it is.
you? Yeah, right.
Because if I'm coming to that Cleveland game, I ain't trying to do too much parlaying. But they still got tickets
Hmm.
available. So I'm still. If I can do it, I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
I'm gonna talk to my brother. I still gotta work out some things because my brother is actually moving into his place. He's hoping he's in there by the time I do that, and if he's in his spot, I possibly can make that work.
Got you.
To make that work. I would love to make that work, but be at that open practice chilly. but yeah, man. You gonna be outside this weekend, right? You gonna be outside tomorrow, right?
Oh, bro, I gotta wake up at 8 o'clock. They text me and said 10:30. I have to be there.
Oh man,
in Allentown from South Philadelphia.
I know
That's
you
a
at.
ride. That's a
Yeah.
ride, bro.
You gotta be up by 8 o'clock and still get there still really get there like 9:45-ish. Yeah. Yeah. You be there though. You be on time though. You be on time though.
And they're not gonna start the home run derby is 12:12. And the actual softball game is going to be at 1.
So you're gonna be out there all day.
Basically.
You have fun though. You'll get to see some people, man. Maybe not just Devontae Smith. Maybe you get to talk to some of the other guys too.
Joe, that would be love, bro. That would be
maybe
love.
You run into maybe you run into a Jalen or Isaiah Rodgers, somebody. You know what I'm saying? Listen, you run into them, you better get them on here.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to him. I'm gonna talk to him and say, like, yo,
I got. Hey, look, in person is a little different than on Twitter.
Yeah.
Because there's 1,000 people hit them up saying the same thing, and some of them trolls and some of them not. But seeing you in person changes the discussion.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would inquire. I mean, hey, it don't hurt. Guess what you can tell me?
Everybody.
No, you can say no.
Right. Everybody I come across that's an Eagle, I am talking to them. I don't give a damn if it's the kicker. I don't care.
Hey man, we talking to hold on, Jake Elliott? Shit, I'm definitely talking to Jake.
You know what I'm saying? I don't care if it's just him. I'm asking him too.
Jake, Big Jake. For sure. Me and Big Jake can have a couple good conversations, but you know what I mean?
Right.
Next, me and you done had a conversation about what I'm trying to do. So hopefully we be making these trips together. So rather we be going to softball games, chilling together. But we at the 2-hour, 27-minute mark. It's been a good show, man. Anything coming for the people?
Just my recordings that I'm trying to push out. Also, I'm going live tomorrow for the softball game. A lot of people try to say, make sure nobody get hurt. But I don't think they're going to play that tough to the point where somebody get hurt. But who knows? I am also going to try to record, the question I do ask Devontae Smith. But besides that, man, I don't really got too much going on until like the end of next month. But as always, go Birds, man. I mean, we got Broad Street Aftermath, and then also Inside the Nest here. We on Spotify now for those who just coming in. We on Spotify now, so yeah, that's all I got going on.
So yeah, man. Tomorrow, 12:00 noon. The check down. We still in our college football stage. We still going over these things. Tomorrow will be, some of the conference breakdowns. Nah, man, just stay tapped in. I am working on getting a planner. Literally, I got somebody. I'm going to a meeting tomorrow after my show. Hour and a half meeting. We're gonna try to work out a way to get a schedule made so I can put out consistent content for y'all, man. Because I've been trying to do it, and it's a little hard to do on your own. I ain't gonna lie, it's a little hard to structure it. And then I'm doing 4 shows, so I need some structure on time management. You know what I'm saying? Instead of coming home and sitting down, sometimes maybe I need to jump on the computer and drop a video to keep y'all tapped in, keep tapped in with y'all, man. But man, y'all know what it is, man. We always glad y'all coming out. Always glad y'all tapped in. Hey, man, we working on 2 years doing this, this content, man. So we appreciate every time y'all come out and click that button, man. Click that like. Hey, look, and from now on, man, you know where we at. Wednesday, 7 p.m. Inside the Nest. Smitty.
Yep.
DV. Yeah. And until next time, man, y'all know what it is.
Yo, what's going on, everybody, man? It's your boy King DV, and I'm with my co-host Liddy, what's going on, bro?
Man, it's love, man.
On for A.J. Brown. Michael Carter II
They don't know Jalen Hurts like we know Jalen Hurts.
was hanging on to Jalen Hurts.
Until next time, man, y'all know what it is.